Yes. So actually, so my whole career from, I finished high school in Costa Rica, and I saw the opportunity to come to the U.S. because I had U.S. citizenship privileges, and so that's a huge privilege because I'm able to come here, and without my family having money to pay for my education, I was able to ask for government loans, and so that's to me that was a privilege because I was able to study something I wanted to, and I even though I had to take some loans, but in any case, I started with in a community college, which I think is it could be very common in many Latinx communities and Hispanic communities. Um, and even though like many people may not view community colleges as like a big deal, I think it's a really important institution. Like it helped me with getting started, taking ESL classes, and then getting some of like math intro courses done. After that, I came to UNC Chapel Hill for my math. And during UNC, I actually started there thinking I wanted to do physics. And right the summer before I started at UNC, I did a summer internship at the University of Toledo in Ohio, and it was in astronomy. It was astrochemistry actually. So it was looking at light from 66 stars within our galaxy, and this light was coming from clouds. They're called like molecular clouds. So they're clouds in space that basically absorbs some star's light and re-emits it. And my job was to like basically look at this light and say, okay, which compounds can we find? Oh, there is like carbon monoxide, or there is like CN, or so on. And I actually didn't like that project, but I really liked the like astrophysics. I like that aspect, like learning about other people's research and all that. So when I got to UNC, I wanted to do that. I said I need to do physics, and I even got the first week I got back, I gave a talk about my project, and everything was going well. But the transition just messed me up. Like going from a community college to a four-year institution is a known hard transition, but I was not ready for it. As someone who grew up in Costa Rica, who saw the movies of Americans going to frat parties and like having so much fun, and how is it like the college life in the U.S. I thought, okay, this is really new to me. I have my family really far away from me. My sister lived in DC, so she helped me a lot in the beginning, and then I transitioned away from her. Um, that transition really hit me hard, and so during the first semester, I actually got into academic probation. So I failed my calculus 3 course, almost failed. I got a D plus in like electromagnetism in my physics class, and that bummed me down. That made me think, okay, I'm actually mad at physics. I don't want to do it. I don't want to do it right now. And so I decided to change to math because I knew that at least the language of the universe, how we actually like describe everything is in math. And so I thought, and I was also upset that I got an F in math because I was always good at math. So I said, I'm going to major in math. And so I started with math, and I bounced back, I did much better, got out of academic probation. I started a research project in math. I looked at jellyfish, simulations of jellyfish and like real life jellyfish and leaves, how like their stiffness of the leaves relate to like wind and how they change the configuration of the leaf. Sometimes they like form a cone to reduce the drag force and so on. So it's kind of related to physics there too. Right after I majored in math, I decided, I'm gonna do one more thing because I was about to go into math grad school. My advisor was super nice, and she already had me go to University of California at Merced. She was like, "You just apply there, and you'll get in. You're gonna start there." And I thought, okay, I want to give one last try. I want to do this internship in astronomy. I found online through the National Radio Astronomy Observatory, and it was a program called the National Astronomy Consortium. So I applied there. I got an interview. I told them straight up, I got an F in this class. I don't feel like I can do it, but I can try really hard. I was just straight up. And I remember after this interview, my face just dropped. I felt so like, why did I do that? Like, I just ruined my chance to getting an internship in this very prestigious institute. and they offered me an internship, and so I was able to go to New Mexico and Socorro, and I did a project there about supermassive black holes, how they can like they orbit each other and they can coalesce, and I was using radio wavelength data, and that like sparked my interest once again, because in this program was so unique, because it brought other Latinx and Hispanic from other institutions. It was geared towards underrepresented minorities, so black students there also, and we all came together and talked about our obstacles, basically our hardships, what makes us fail, what makes us feel like we don't belong in academia. And that helped me a lot. That helped me so much, because it reaffirmed the feeling I had at UNC of, why am I failing these things, and is it me or is it my surrounding that is affecting my well-being and my intake of information. That experience helped me a lot, and that made me switch my thinking to getting my PhD in astrophysics. Um, and so after that, I came back and I did 1 year of work. I worked at an elementary school because I was interested in knowing about the educational system here in the US. And after that, I went to the bridge program here in Vanderbilt in Fisk. I got my master's in physics, and then now I'm in my PhD phase. Yeah. I'm 27 now.